videos that has coming up of a match. And of course, you need to like the videos, subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And I know that we can do it. And we want to connect to all of them and have, as they say, a one mindedness with regard to Manchester United and everything that it entails. So let's get into it. So today we're going to be speaking about two things importantly. First of all, one of Maguire's ex-teammates coming out and basically slamming him with criticism, but also giving advice towards the club as a whole. And secondly, we'll be speaking about Jadon Sancho and exactly how he has improved under Ralph Rangnick thus far. So, without further ado, we get into it. As I've said, a former teammate of Harry Maguire has come out and has publicly spoken about Maguire as an ex teammate, and I quote, Harry was with me in Hull City, and in my opinion, he doesn't have the level to be Manchester United captain. Manchester United with a strong personality, and I hope that the next manager will give the captaincy to Ronaldo if he stays. Ronaldo can handle this responsibility and pressure. However, Maguire cannot handle this pressure. That is quite damning. Your former people that you used to play with comes out and says this about you. And he's not even good enough for the club that he's just there. Sometimes he doesn't even know what he's doing, where he needs to be. It doesn't actually add up to anything for that matter. But as I've said, for Al Mohammadi to come out and say that, I've said it before, and he was relegated at least twice, as a player. And that tells you in itself the quality that he is. And I'm not saying quality in terms of good things, I'm saying quality in terms of bad things. How is it possible that he managed to sign for Manchester United and let alone be the captain? Who made this decision? Who was he speaking to behind the scenes? What type of brand does he have off the pitch that allowed him to just walk in and become captain without ever kicking a ball for Manchester United? That already back then under Ole was very concerning and something that I thought was the wrong decision. I mean, players like David De Gea, who's been here way longer than him, could have gotten the captaincy. They could have even given to Bruno when he came into the club. But of course, he's not English, so we won't give it to him. But we gave it to Maguire only because he was 80 million pounds and because he was supposedly seen as this defender that we needed, this defender that would solve our defensive issues. And as soon as he came into the club, got the captaincy, and it wasn't even 2 months later, we were speaking about getting someone to partner him. Fast forward a year later, are we still talking about wanting to partner him with someone? No. We're looking to replace him. And that shows that buying him was a mistake. It's a waste of money. Now, of course, we have a few games left at the end of the season in the Premier League, and it's not to say that they will strip him of the captaincy. I don't think that will happen. It would be quite stupid to do that. But what can be done, however, is to drop him and just, game by game, give the captaincy to someone else. Of course, when Ronaldo starts, he can get the captaincy. But there's other players who can get it as well. Players in David De Gea, Nemanja Matic, of course, when and if he starts. Players, such as Bruno can get the captaincy. These are players who are leaders on the pitch with elite winning mentalities. And yes, of course, we know that, as I've said, the captaincy will not be stripped from him, but maybe just drop him. Question is, tomorrow we're playing Champions League. I know for a fact I don't want him to start against Atletico Madrid, but he probably will start because he's the captain. And that's the only thing that is saving him. Bad performances for any other player means being dropped for the next game or even left out of the squad entirely. But for players like Maguire, and yes, I can even put Rashford into this, they tend to perform badly, complain off the pitch, and they start the very next game. That shows you the player power that they have. That shows you exactly how they are using their power to actually go against what is the standards of the club and drag it through the mud for their own personal gain. You know, I don't want to kind of hang on this particular point, but again, for an ex-teammate who's not even English to come out and criticize you and basically tell the club to strip him of the captaincy, you should really be looking at yourself in the mirror and wondering what has happened to my performances. What can I do to improve? Otherwise, I'm going to be sold when the next manager comes in. And that's a given and a definite. Now, of course, with a new manager coming in, perhaps they can improve Harry Maguire. But he's 29 years old. I don't think there is any more improvement to be done. And I don't think he's going to become a better defender as years go by. He's way too slow, turns like a truck that completely forgot how to U-turn. And what makes it even worse, he's only going to get slower. So he's definitely not the first that form back that at Dortmund, the form that made us want to buy him, the form that made us believe he is the generational talent that has been shown under Rangnick. Sancho himself said that he basically spoke to Ragnick about the problems that he was facing at the club since he arrived. And Ragnick has helped him get back his confidence, get back, his willingness to work and to play hard as he always does. And we've seen it. 2 goals and 3 assists in the past few games shows tremendous form. And it can only and will only get better from here onward. And with them people saying that in as well, more reports saying that we may have found our new number 7, it's Jadon Sancho. We know this. We know this was the number that he was supposed to get, but Cavani gave it to Ronaldo. And of course, once Ronaldo leaves, I'm sure Jadon Sancho will be taking the number 7 jersey. Just also for out there who seems to, still believe that we are not going to get anywhere, write us off at your peril. We have and will have the mentality growing and growing and growing as we continue to play. We've seen it. Ronaldo leads the team from the front, and many a moments in the game. I'm not sure if anyone saw it, but there were many moments within the game where he was high-fiving players, where he was instructing them where to be, where he was basically screaming at them to keep their heads. And on the other hand, there were also things that came out where players. There was a moment where Fred wanted to receive the ball, but he was telling Maguire to move out of the way. But then Maguire forced his way, and Fred kind of gave a bit of, just, you know what, why are you even being this person? And that's to get frustrated with Maguire. Even they are saying that he's not good enough. And I say it, he needs to be dropped. That is just the latest news that has come out throughout the night. There will probably be more throughout the day, but we'll be here at the Strait and ready to give it to you. We'll also be doing a preview to our Champions League game tomorrow night, which will you can join us live. And of course, when the press conference, we'll definitely give you a reaction to that. Continue to follow us and also ensure that you like and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube as we want to grow to at least 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you for joining me. That is it, me, Sashin Johnson from the Strait. We'll speak again soon. Goodbye.